what is the point of actively removing content in the game? Like, what is actually the point of removing Harbinger? What was like the idea there? So
Alright,
I
I
personally
can
don't
bring that up.
understand why content is being removed in the game.
I guess it's to make more room on the industry and stuff, to make it seem less bloated. But I feel like there's so many other things. I'd rather have either Ghost, Alva, or Beast removed than Harbinger.
Yeah, exactly.
Harbinger's
There's
like my least
definitely
like.
way worse mechanics than Harbinger.
Yeah, Harbinger was so nice.
Like I didn't farm Harbinger because it's usually like a mid-tier farm, but I liked the mechanic when I did it. Like back in like Ritual League, I farmed Harbinger a lot of stuff. That was a juice mechanic. It's I just find it really fun to do. It spawns like a monsters, kill them, get loot. It was like really satisfying. So, like that being removed and nothing being replaced with it was like I personally don't understand why they remove stuff and nothing replaced. I feel like it's just moving content, right? Which
yeah, I mean,
I'm not a fan
especially
of.
this league with Essence Drain being so nice, it would have been so good to have Harbinger.
This words was one people really liked.
And like Valdos is okay right now, right? Like Valdos is still.
Yeah, I tend not to include Valdos in these sort of discussions because Valdos is like very different type of content of what a mapper wants to do, right? Like Valdos, you're doing a Valdo map for a similar type of reward that you know what you're getting beforehand. You just kind of one off trail site and stuff. Very like different. That way, so like, oh, there's like no actual real inspirational content. You're like, oh, aren't there Valdos? To me, Valdos is an entirely different topic. It's not the same.
By the way, pointed this out too, but Abyss Forge is pure tile loot, right? Like that's just like the boxes coming out of Abyss.
The Abyss one is a weird one because the loot it gives you is ground loot equivalent to monsters, but you put boxes, right? It's like a mixture of one. It's like the loot comes from the boxes, but at the same time, the boxes they were pure ground loot. They dropped uniques, they dropped div cards, they dropped currency, right? They dropped literally what a monster would.
So you think like, so
like
it's not necessarily even the tile loot thing, it's more about like that you can't scale it. Like if you could scale the strong boxes a lot more, it'd still be fun.
It's both a scale thing and what potential loot can drop. So the way I would describe it, the reason why I like ground loot so much is the randomness of what it provides. Like when I
very
go
often
to a ground loot,
yeah, it's like too predictable, right?
exactly. Like when if you do essence farm, you know exactly what you're going to get. You are getting essence. You're probably not even going to drop a divine. You're doing like scoured maps, and you're just doing essence, and you're only getting essence back, right? Very predictable, which is fine. Like some people like predictability, nothing wrong with that. But when I do ground loot farms, the reason why I like it so much is I go inside the map and I don't know what I'm getting. I could get a divine, I could get a fraction orb, I could get a lock, I could get a mage foot, I could get a headhunter, I could get an apothecary, right? That's what makes it exciting. It has all these spikes that something like an essence farm cannot have. Like that's what makes the ground loot farms exciting.
Do you think about that like divination farming? I didn't think that was good in the beginning.
Which one? Curation?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I love Curation, but I also do know that was beyond one of the most. I mean, it was the most broken farm to ever exist in the game.
Yeah, I wasn't planning on bringing that up as a good example of things we want back.
Yeah, that broke the game. That broke the game. I do miss though old div card form instead of the current new one. This old div card form was much more focused on the ground loot portion, which wasn't strong boxes. Because new div card form is pretty much just only div card. Like you just put all div card monsters, you only look for the div card, and you don't really drop anything else. You drop the find here and there, but old div card form is more about like magic finding, where like you farm uniques, you farm raw currency, and div cards.
Yeah.
Yeah, I also like personally dislike how a lot of these farms recently, right, really rely on you using the chisels as well. I heavily dislike that. Because a lot of these only go worth only to use the chisel, like a dip card chisel. You set more dip cards. And it feels like you can't like do these farms unless you pay for the chisel. To me, just feels bad. It's like I can't do like these mods like these maps like Big Mod and Go. Like you have to roll your maps, do the chisel, and then actually do them. It's pretty bad.
Yeah.
I hate chisels. I hate the chisels.
Yeah, how much do you want to invest into your map?
I'm fine. So, me, the amount of investment I put on a map does not really matter. I don't really care. The average player does care a lot. I know that. I care how long it takes me to prep the map. Like, and right now the prep is pretty long. Because you have to roll your tier 6.5s, reject, not for bad modifiers, but reject for more currency, or super high pack size, or super high quant, or super high scarabs. So you have to constantly outscour. 6 mod it, hope it has mods you can do, then use a chisel, then apply 3 to 4 delirium orbs, and then you can run the map. And I feel like the prep right now is a little bit too much.
Yeah. Okay.
I also really wish, from a juice standpoint, that like 8 mods were always the best thing to do, because you know technically 8 mods should be hard, right? It should be harder than tier 16, 25, 6 mods, but they aren't, because like they are. I mean, they are harder, but they aren't as rewarding because you don't get belly orbs and you don't get chisels, so they aren't worth doing. So like actual high-end juicing, you have the belly orbs or chisels.
I can bring that up, but like the chisels and delirium orbs are at odds with 8 mod maps.
Because in my opinion, like the most fun time I had on this game was with Crimson Temple and Affliction, because all I did was buy 8 mod maps and that was it. It's like, oh, bought 100 8 mod maps, go. Map, right? Next map.
That's mostly because of the obtainability of 8 mod maps, right? Because like you don't want to like chisel and delirium orb and then Val and then just turn 8 mod. Like you're only getting your 8 mod maps from the
Exactly, yep. Right now it's because of more multipliers, like a random 8 mod tier 6.5. Like you can farm them, but like majority of them are gonna be bad because it has the more multipliers. Like if I'm doing breach, it needs to have double more currency on it. And so like the average 8 mod you drop is not gonna have double more currency, therefore it's automatically worse than a 6 mod map, right? That's a big issue. So more multipliers are kind of screwed over right now. If there were more multipliers, then like an 8 mod tier 6.5 versus like a chisel / deli orb tier 16.5s wouldn't be that much of a difference. They would be probably pretty equal.
Do you think it's a bad thing then almost that the more currency and stuff modifiers even exist on that?
Yes, I think I am a massive hater of more multipliers. I think it really takes away a lot from the game right now, because like they have to balance around it. Like when you have 200% more currency inside your map, well, I mean the game kind of has to be balanced around that, because if it's not, the 200% more currency map's gonna be dropping like a stupid amount of loot. So like I really wish these more multis like didn't exist and were more so kind of like naturally baked into the game. And rolling for them is not fun.